Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our, we're not sure what we're going to call this yet, intern reaction / tournament predictions thing. My name is Griffin. If anyone doesn't know me, I am the media assistant here at Camp IdRaHaJe. And we have a bunch of our interns with here as well. Everyone go around, say your name, where you're from, and your favorite breakfast food.
My name's Ellie, and I'm from Parker, Colorado. And my favorite camp breakfast food is baked oatmeal.
My name is Dalen. I'm from Aurora, Colorado. I don't eat breakfast.
Whoa!
I'm from all over the place, but I claim Texas. And my favorite breakfast food would probably be pancakes. My dad makes the best pancakes ever.
My name is Tanner. I am from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and my favorite breakfast food would definitely be any form of egg. So, except scrambled. I don't really like scrambled eggs. So any weird form that most people don't like. So I like omelets. I like over easy. I like poached. I like hard boiled. But if it's scrambled, it's just a cop out. So
My name is Isaac. I'm an intern here. I'm from London, Kentucky, and my favorite breakfast food. Shoot fire. My favorite breakfast food is just like a nice crispy waffle with peanut butter on top of it. Like the toothless ladies at Waffle House serve me. So.
My name is Brooklyn. I am from Indian Harbor Beach, Florida, and my favorite breakfast food is a good bagel.
For those of you that did not know, on Instagram, we have been having a kind of tournament, kind of March Madness themed tournament for the best thing about Camp IdRaHaJe. It can be summer camp, it can be a person, it can be a specific thing. And pretty much all of these were things that you guys, the viewers, submitted in. Or Dalen. I'll put up a screenshot of Dalen's just like 30 or 40 responses that he gave in. And honestly, that ended up being like a third to half of the bracket.
you know, I re-downloaded Instagram just for this tournament.
So special. That's a good reminder. If any of you guys don't follow us on Instagram and would like to be a part of this tournament, go ahead, follow us at IdRaHaJe48 on Instagram. We are also on Facebook as well. So let's kind of look at some of the matchups from that first round. Very first surprise that I'm remembering is Inspire, which I had it as like the highest seed possible, the highest like level, and it was in a pretty close battle with sticker-covered water bottles.
That was my submission as a joke, and I am shocked at how close it got to Inspire.
The final votes, Inspire pulled away 102 votes, but sticker-covered water bottles had 68 votes. Wow. Is a lot of votes for not Inspire. And yeah.
Why do you think that is, Griffin?
It's a great question. I think one of you guys had an explanation for it that I thought was really good. It was something to the effect of just sticker-covered water bottles are very iconic, very Colorado. And also it's been 2 years since the last Inspire, so maybe people have kind of forgotten the magic of it. I don't know. Let's see what else. Lodge Troll sadly losing to Whitewater Rafting. Most of you guys probably don't know who the Lodge Troll is.
I'm the Lodge Troll.
You guys,
shout out to Nathan Fletcher.
Shout out to Fletch. Oh, the biggest upset in terms of just numbers was Chaco's over Narrowway Camp.
Oh my gosh.
That one took me by surprise. I mean, I should have figured it's Chaco's.
Narrowway Camp's one of the smaller camps. It's probably one of the coolest camps.
Oh, agreed.
Oh, by far.
Agreed.
Can I say as a future Narrowway staff member, I voted for Chaco's because I think they just kind of make the camp. And I think Narrowway staff would agree. Make a snowshoe.
Reserved for camp staff. Is that?
Wow, we got a special guest
Special guest on the show.
You gonna be a special guest, Daniel? Okay.
Shout out to Daniel, our cook. He is our new cook. Some of you may not know him, but he is a fantastic cook here at camp.
Mountain Lab School was actually in a pretty close battle with David and Goliath. Now, David and Goliath is my favorite game on camp. It's the best game on camp. Mountain Lab School, for those of you that do not know, is our year-round program that we run. We bring up schools, whether Christian or secular, and we do different classes, whether that's archery, whether that's survival on IdRaHaJe, all those kinds of things. So that is what you guys were voting against.
So if you all have not been a part of Mountain Lab before, if you're a middle schooler, petition your school to come do outdoor lab here at IdRaHaJe. It's a really great experience. We do all sorts of classes. You get to be outside. You get to be with us. We get to teach you guys. Isaac has not been here in the summer, so you don't know what David and Goliath is, right?
I don't.
Never even heard
What
of
is
it.
your? What do you think it is?
Martin?
Is there stoning?
No.
Is there stemming?
Stoning. It is a frisbee game. It's basically
Oh.
dodgeball with
We don't
frisbees,
do that.
and it's
Yep.
counselors versus the kids. And the counselors have 2 frisbees, and the kids have 1 frisbee. And it's a great time. We played on the capture the flag field.
Here, Lodge Camp being locked in a close battle with shaving the counselors' heads. So it was basically kind of Wilderness Ridge / whatever camps shave
Aspen
people's
View.
heads. Aspen View sometimes.
Aspen View, Wilderness Ridge.
Yeah. Versus Lodge Camp. Lodge Camp pulled away by 6 votes, but that was
Very, very
surprisingly
close.
close. matchup.
Do you think there could be some bias with more high schoolers having social media?
I think that could be a huge part of it.
But-
Shout outs to you guys.
High schoolers may also love counselors getting their heads shaved, so
That is true.
it's another thing. But I
That's very
guess
true.
they like Lodge Camp more. So
Yeah.
as a Lodge Camp counselor, I can say I'm pleased with that. I've
Yeah.
never shaved my head for camp or my legs, but
That's true. That is very true. Have
Neither
you shaved
have
your
I.
beard for camp?
did I shave it? I did shave my beard for the salts.
Okay.
And that was for a Bob Ross night.
Mm.
So there's some camp video out there of me with a goatee.
I may or may not throw
Play
up
the
that
clip.
Play the
Oh,
clip.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh man, the most intense battle of the entire first round: Mark Krakovic
Oh.
versus Baked Oatmeal.
Wow.
That was an intense matchup.
did.
There
You
were
did battle.
3 or 4 people that threw
Who
up.
votes baked oatmeal over Mark?
Shout out to Mark.
Yeah,
Shout out to
seriously.
Krakovic.
Shout out to
What a
Mark
guy.
Krakovic. Our 2 Wilderness Ridge counselors. Would you guys like to share with us who Mark Krakovic is for anyone who does not know?
Mark, amazing guy, a blast, and he is an amazing man of God, and preaches to the kids, and just really connects with them in a very unique way. So
Do you know his alter ego?
I was about
Oh.
to say.
The purple cape?
the purple
The
cape.
purple
Dun,
can.
dun.
The
Oh.
purple cape.
The fort fight beating out pickleball. Now I know pickleball is not a super popular sport during the summer. However,
But
Jalen,
chance.
can you tell us why it deserved more votes than it got?
Okay, pickleball is an underrated sport.
You can't take yourself seriously.
Love it.
It's heated.
Okay, pickleball is an underrated sport, and if Mike DeBoer loves it, we should love it too.
Not to mention, Spicy J is the main photo for that picture.
You know, fort fights though, that used to be the reason I almost came to camp. When I was a mountain villager, I will always look forward to it. Now, when I was a mountain villager is when the original fort, shout out to the original fort, fell down in the snow, and then they ended up doing the fort fight in Mountain Village. And so it was a wacky time.
But
There was no
Tanner-
walls.
What?
They also used to do the fort fight with pine
Pine
cones.
cones. Is that when
Shout
that's
out
intense?
to you if you remember. I don't remember that, but
Shout
my
out
dad
to-
does.
Shout out to Pine Cones.
Yeah.
Shout out to pine
Yeah,
cones.
shout out-
But Tanner, mountain villagers didn't play pickleball, and so
You
That
know,
would be
pickleball is
sexy.
very a niche sport.
It is very niche. That's a
so-
good word.
You
for it.
use
It's a
your
good word.
knees a lot.
Yeah, there you go.
Night games. Night games beating out Tim the Video Man.
Oh.
That was sad. Shout out to Tim.
Timothy.
Shout out to Tim.
Give him a round of applause.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Soccer.
If you don't get that, then that's okay. High Repel versus Ultimate Cow Tongue. Here's another Lodge v Lodge matchup. High Repel definitely won by nearly 100 votes. But I don't know. As a Lodge man yourself, and Brooklyn as a Lodge lady yourself, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, ultimate cow tongue is disgusting.
It's a once in a lifetime experience, almost
It is.
more so than High Repel. But High Repel,
What, is that
it has breathtaking views. It looks like you're rappelling down a whole mountain. It's 150 feet, and if you've never done it before, try to find a way to do it because it is an amazing stretching, growing experience.
High
It
Repel
used to
is
be
one
my
of my
biggest fear.
favorite spots on camp. So
Yeah.
I'm glad it beat out.
Absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous.
And is
My-
Ultimate Cow Tongue really an experience you need?
I mean,
Yeah, you might
you
say
could say
Ultimate
it's
Cow
still a
Tongue.
breathtaking experience.
Oh, you were trying to say that.
So what was the joke?
That Ultimate Cow Tongue is also a breathtaking view. Has breathtaking
Because you see the cow tongue coming towards you. That'd take your breath away. Isaac, this is one you can speak to. Camp food or camp songs?
That's a hard one. Which one won?
Camp songs by a whole lot of votes.
I believe that's a tough one because the camp food here is amazing. Our cooks do an awesome job. But the camp songs are also like so much fun to sing. Like first time learning camp songs, I was like, yeah, the mule deer song, the badger song, the bear and the sneakers.
The shoes. The bear and
Yeah.
tennis shoes. Yeah.
Welcome, our special guest.
Just kidding, it's me. My name's Grace Harris, and I'm from Ohio. And now I live here with Tanner and all of these lovely people and mountain lions. And my favorite breakfast food is a Belgian waffle with fruits and no whipped cream.
Classic.
What we're going to do now, we're going to kind of look at maybe some of the predictions for the next round of matchups, which are going up on an Instagram account near you on Monday. It's coming Monday. Awesome. So, very first thing we got, Inspire and Whitewater Rafting.
Oh my goodness.
This matchups are going to start getting tough.
Yeah.
That'll be a
Matchups are
tough
difficult.
one.
Brooklyn, what do you think?
Rafting.
Rafting?
How could you?
Oh, straight up.
Well, I simply said with my voice, rafting.
Fair.
Isaac, what do you think? Inspire, Whitewater Rafting.
I love a good worship session. But you can do that anywhere. You know, you can do that by yourself in your car,
That is true.
which is what I do. I've never been whitewater rafting, so I would honestly probably at this point choose whitewater rafting.
Tanner, what do you think?
I am going to go with Inspire. I'm going to trust everyone is inspired by Inspire, and it's going to make an inspiring comeback.
Awesome. So then a very, very interesting matchup. After that, we will have the Interns versus Sunrises and Sunsets.
Oh.
We're going to need your help on this one, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to vote for Sunrises and Sunsets without having even seen us.
Look at this beauty.
wait.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at it. It's
This
Oh, yeah.
isn't
also
even all
God's
of us.
creation.
Yeah.
If you're voting for the scenery,
If you could
this
see
is the scenery.
the rest
Oh,
of us.
We're the breathtaking view.
We are
Yeah.
taking.
Like Ultimate Cow Tongue.
Interns definitely do a lot of behind the scenes work. I think they're worthy of every single vote they can get. So I'm going to go with Interns, and I'm going to encourage you, the viewer, to vote Interns as well this coming Monday or Tuesday,
Alright.
probably Monday.
All right, picture this. Camp without interns or camp without sunrise and sunsets. One of them is far less bright and colorful.
So what's your vote then?
I'm voting interns.
Yeah.
I was torn at first because when I think sunrise, sunset, I think God created that. And as you guys were talking, I really did realize God created each of these faces that I get to wake up to every day. And like, imagine if you've worked at summer camp or you've been a part of it. Imagine the friendships that you make times infinity. Like, these people are the best community I have ever had, besides just my own family at home. And so, I think Interns, definitely.
But I think beauty is, of course, God's beauty is displayed in a sunrise or a sunset. He painted it. It's beautiful, but God's beauty is really displayed when people act like him, and these people, they act like him. So, vote Interns.
Final matchup we're going to go over. Salts versus Aspen View.
Oh, it's so hard.
That is
How
a
could
toughie.
you do that?
Tanner, we'll start with you.
Oh.
All right. As a former Aspen View camper and counselor, and as a former Salt and Salt dad, I think I'm a little biased towards one of those. But I have great love for both of them. But I'm going to have to go with my Saltines because I was a Salt. Shout out to the Salts. You guys are great. And you really are the backbone and some of the background work of camp. And we really appreciate you guys.
All right, so I'm going to have to go with the Salts. It sounds like a really great program for high schoolers where they can just come together and they also get to kind of fellowship together and just serve and have that servant's heart and just learn about Jesus and make lifelong friendships.
Brooklyn?
Adding on to what they have said, I would love to be a salt when I grow up. So I'm going to have to go with salts.
Awesome. All right, so for our final little segment, we asked you guys earlier this week to send us some questions that we would answer. So if you want to have your questions answered by this amazing group, feel free to drop it in our next little question box thing. So we have a question from Anna. What will camp look like with everything going on? That is an excellent question. Tanner, what do you think?
Yeah, Anna, that's a great question. We're super hopeful and prayerful about what camp is going to look like this summer. Now, obviously, with what is going on in the world, there are some adjustments that we expect, though we're hopeful and prayerful that things can get better. Right now, what we're doing with Mountain Lab is sticking with cohorts of 10. And so that model might be shifted into the summer, depending on how the regulations with Park County open up, or if they do open up. But whatever it is, we're going to follow our local guidelines and make sure we're following those protocols nicely so that we can have camp and so that everyone can come up here and hear the gospel.
We have a question from an anonymous guest. Is Brooklyn actually the best intern? What do we think?
Can I speak to this?
Grace would love to speak to this.
Brooklyn is technically an instructor. And so,
Oh.
Brooklyn, but I mean,
Look at the name
Brooklyn
tag.
is one of my favorite human beings in the world. She's so funny and full of life. But technically, she's risen above us. And she's become an instructor. And so we learn a lot from Brooklyn in our work, and we admire her a lot. And I often say, Brooklyn's the best, but I don't mean that she's better than my dear friends here.
Our next question is from Jamie. What is your favorite activity and will Salts get to do it? Excited. We're super excited for you to come this summer, Jamie. What do you guys think, especially Ellie, me, and Tanner, who have been former Salts? What would you say?
I remember when I was a Salt, one of my favorite camp activities was team ropes. It was the Friday morning activity. Brooke gave us breakfast, and it was awesome, and just having that team building experience was really great.
One of my favorite activities is high rappel. We've mentioned it already in this show. But high rappel for me was one of my biggest fears, and I think the first time I did it was when I was a Salt. And so there are two main portions of a Salts week that traditionally in a normal summer are the hangout times. There's Salt Shaker, which is a Tuesday night thing where all the Salts can get together and do something fun. And then there's also Friday morning activity where you usually do one of our adventure activities like high rappel or the team ropes course. And so being a Salt is really great. You get lots of Christ-centered relationships that can really impact your life. And then you also get to pour into kids' lives. And so it's a great experience all around.
Another question. Where does all this awesomeness come from? I don't know. God.
I'd say
I would say so.
Seriously.
the Lord fuels
No
us.
other answer.
Yeah.
We are goofy on our own, but I think he gives us our love for each other, and the joy that we have in this job is all from him.
Awesome, guys. So that was a great show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But I feel like we're missing something. I feel like we're missing a name for this show. What do you think, Tanner?
I think we are missing a name. So we'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think we should call this little show featuring the interns? You can drop it in the comments below what you think we should call this show.
Awesome. And whatever platform you're viewing this on, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Vimeo, be sure to follow us on there. If there's any notifications, feel free to turn those on so you don't miss a single video.
Cut.
Cut!
Cut.
1, 2, 3.
Cut.